So hey guys, today we're going to be working on this garnet red 86944. It needs a new clutch and it needs the seals on the transmission changed. Let's see if I can open the door here and show you. I want to be careful not to hit that pole there. But you can see we got a new clutch kit in there. So let's get started. Alright, so James has the rear end up on ramps now, and he's got the exhaust out, and he's began removing the axles. He said that the transmission is leaking pretty badly, so we're probably going to end up replacing that. Alright, so James has the transmission out now, and I'll take you over there and look at it here in a moment. Looks like we're going to have to run down to Georgia and get another one. So here's the trans that we're going to be replacing, and as you can see there aren't any seals in there. And that's because if I push this hard enough, I can actually push the other side out and push this far enough in that it'll rip the seal out. I can show you this side. You can see it's sitting where the seal should be, and then I can pull this out. It's not easy to do, but if I push hard enough, I can actually pull this out quite a bit. So I'm not sure exactly why it's like that, but we're going to be replacing it. Nope, gone. Usually a mouse right there. Oh. Nope. Alright, since the other transmission is messed up, I ran down to Georgia last night and picked up another one, and today I'm going to be removing the bell housing. Unfortunately, James couldn't get the clutch fork pin out. It's stuck really good in there, so I'm going to have to unbolt the pressure plate through the starter hole and remove it that way. Alright, I got the bell housing and the clutch out now. You can see the condition of the clutch here. But anyway, I had to remove the pressure plate along with the bell housing since the clutch fork got stuck in there. So I'll go ahead and take this back to the shop tonight. I'll remove this clutch fork and then I'll install the new clutch fork bearings. But right now, I'm getting ready to remove the flywheel. So I already got the bolts to the flywheel loose. I'll go ahead and remove them so that way I can take the flywheel off. I now have the flywheel off, so next I'll remove the rear main seal and the pilot bearing. I now have the new rear main seal and pilot bearing installed. So alright, last night I got the bell housing off and I just picked up the flywheel from the machine shop. And what I need to do now is remove the clutch fork pin. You can see that the bolt broke off in it and he wasn't able to remove it. So what I'll have to do is hammer it out from the top here, and then I'm going to be replacing the clutch fork bearings and the guide tube. Sorry guys, I got the clutch fork pin out now. I had to use a long extension to hammer it out from the other side. It was stuck in there pretty good, and you can see snapped off a grade 8 bolt trying to use a slide hammer to remove it. But anyway, I now have the new guide tube in, And next I'll install the new clutch fork bearings, and I'll head back over there and start putting everything back together. Sorry to get the new clutch fork bearings pressed in now, so I'm ready to put everything back together. I'm also bringing a spare reference sensor bracket since he has a stud broken off in it. Sorry, the first thing I'm going to do is remove this reference sensor bracket. Not only does it have a broken bolt in it, but one of these bolts holding it in is stripped out, so I'm going to use an extractor to remove it. Well, unfortunately my extractor couldn't get it off, so I used the grinder and I removed the head. So now I have the bracket off, completely unharmed, and I'll just remove the stud by hand now. Alright, so I've got the resurfaced flywheel torqued down now. Next I'll install the clutch disc. Alright, so here's a look at the disc. Next I'll be installing the pressure plate. Alright, I got the new pressure plate on. Next I'll install the bell housing. Sorry, now I have the bell housing back on and everything's torqued down. Sorry, now that the bell housing's on, I have got the new speed and reference sensor bracket on. Sorry guys, I'm back over here today finishing a few things up. This morning James got the torque tube and the replacement transmission in, and I just finished installing the speed and reference sensors. And I'll show you how it looks now. As I mentioned, the old bracket had a broken bolt, and the only way he could keep the sensor in there was to use some RTV to hold it in place. But we now have it fixed up correctly now. And next I'm going to bleed the clutch and we'll be almost finished with this car. Alright, and I have the clutch bled, and that's just about going to do it. James can now put the coupler on, and in the morning he can install the exhaust. Alright, the other day James got the exhaust put back on. And so now we're almost ready to start this up. But the owner said that he was having issues with the cooling system. So I'm going to put a new thermostat in, and I'm going to bleed the system, and we'll go from there. So alright, once I got the thermostat in, I went ahead and bled the cooling system. Right now I'm just letting it idle until it's up to temperature, and then I'm going to make sure that the fans kick on, because everything seems to be going pretty well so far. I also tried engaging the clutch, and that feels great, but I really won't know anything until I drive it tomorrow. But so far so good. Right now you can see that the temp gauge is climbing its way up. It's been idling for about 5 minutes now. All the smoke is now cleared that was coming off the headers. Alright, James got the car back on the ground this morning, so I'm going to go take it for a test drive. Alright, before I took it on a test drive, I thought that I would get it back up on the ramps and actually verify that there's some gear oil in this transmission. And you can see that I have it open here. Yep, it's filled to the brim, and it looks clean too. So that's good news. Now I'll go take it on test drive. So alright, I'm out on the road now, and everything is going very smoothly. The clutch feels great, and you see the speedometer is working now. I believe that he said that it didn't work before because of that busted transmission. This transmission here feels very smooth and rides very nicely. It is a little loud, but I did check the fluids and everything looks good. I'm not sure what that is. Could be a sound deadening issue, but other than that, this car is driving great. Sorry guys, I just got back from the test drive and everything went well. The new clutch feels fantastic, and since we replaced that trans, there's no more knocking from the rear end. Before, he also said that he would have to drive down the road fighting the steering wheel, and I didn't have that issue, so I'm guessing that the transmission was causing that as well. Also, the speedometer now works, so I think he's going to be very happy with this car. It's one of the best driving 944s I've ever been in. And there is a little bit of noise when you're in third and fifth gear from the trans, but it's not really that bad. But anyway guys, that's just about going to do it. I'm going to try and have him come pick this car up sometime this week. Sorry guys, we got this car back in here, and today we're going to be replacing that noisy transmission. You may remember that last time we'd replaced the trans because it appeared that the differential down inside there was busted, and then we put another one in and it turns out it's really noisy and the owner doesn't like it. So I'm going to run back down to Georgia and swap this trans out for hopefully a quieter one that will work better. So alright, James got the transmission out, so I'm going to be taking it down to Georgia and swapping it out for another one. that will hopefully be quieter. Alright, so we got the transmission loaded up, and I'm actually going to be bringing back 2 transmissions. I'm going to be getting a replacement for this one here since it's making noise, and also a replacement for that automatic transmission that goes in the red 944 since it doesn't have reverse. So once I have the transmission loaded up, what I'll do is use some bungee straps to keep them from moving around too much, and then I also stuff some cardboard underneath there to keep them from rocking around. Then I put a piece of cardboard over it just in case I hit a bump and it hits this glass. It's not going to hurt anything. Alright guys, I'm back down here in Georgia to pick up those 2 transmissions, and I just thought I'd walk around and see if he has any new cars that have arrived since the last time I was down here. Don't believe I've seen that white one or this yellow one here. Don't remember that silver one either. This is also a car that I haven't seen before. Like there's a few other cars I haven't seen before. Alright guys, got both transmissions loaded up, so I'm going to head back now. Alright guys, got the transmission here, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and dump the fluid. I have some brand new fluid that I'm going to be putting in. So first thing you want to do is get your 17mm hex key and remove the seal first, because if you drain all the fluid and this strips out, then you're not going to be able to get fluid back in there. So if you strip this one first and you can't get fluid in, at least you have fluid in there until you can get it drilled out so you can drive your car. So keep that in mind. Alright, we've got the fluid drained out, so I'm going to go ahead and put the drain plug back in here. It's about as tight as you need it. And what you're going to do is just fill this up until it's full. Alright, so with the transmission level, you want to make sure that your fluid comes right up to this fill hole here. Alright, looks like James got the transmission put in last night. Take you guys under there and let you see it. So I'm going to try and take it on a test drive here in a minute, and hopefully this one is a lot quieter. Alright, James got the transmission put in last night, and I'm out test driving it now. Hopefully you can hear that there's no more noise. Alright guys, this car drives so much better with the new transmission. I think the owner's going to be very happy with it. So hopefully that's going to do it for this car and for this video. Come join us on Facebook if you'd like to stay up to date on some of the projects that we're working on. I'll leave a link in the description below. And I also want to thank everyone who supports this channel on Patreon, since these videos would not be possible without you. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.